Animals have been man's best companions since he learned how to settle down. They have always stood guard and protected their beloved humans. Many new breeds of dogs have been formed over the years as a result of hybridization between different types. Unfortunately, a handful of dog breeds have also vanished. Hey there, welcome to Dog Joy. Today we'll be looking at some of the good doggies of days past that have gone extinct over the centuries. Keep watching to find out all about these rare breeds. Number 10. Moscow Water Dog. It has been reported that the Russians developed the Moscow Water Dog breed in order to perform water retrieval during the time of World War II. However, the dogs from the litters used to be very nasty to everyone. They used to bite the sailors transporting them and even their owners. Instead of protecting and making work easier for the sailors, they caused unnecessary disturbances while working. The Moscow Water Dog breed gradually became totally extinct and replaced with the Newfoundland because of their similarity in water retrieval. Number 9. Bull and Terrier. The Bull and Terrier is one of the more well-known extinct dogs, and its legacy is still widely discussed today. It was a mix of a terrier and an Old English Bulldog, who is also extinct. This hybrid dog was well liked by the public and was utilised for hunting, bull baiting and canine fighting. To be successful, this dog needed to have not only a robust and well-muscled frame, but also a lot of guts and tenacity. The tails of the Bull and Terrier were frequently clipped, as is still done in various parts of the world today. In addition, their ears would be cut to make them appear more impressive. With breeders choosing certain qualities and colours of the Bull and Terrier, they were outbred and evolved into unique breeds over time. These are now known as the Bull Terrier and the Staffordshire Bull Terrier. For a now extinct species, they made a significant contribution to these modern dog breeds and in many ways lives on to this day through them. Number 8. Fuegian Dog. The strange-looking Fuegian dog, also known as the Yaghan dog, was a domesticated form of the South American or Andean fox. Other domestic dogs are descended from wolves, making the Fuegian dog a really unique animal. These creatures were considered to be large and hideous, with snout-like muzzles and wiry white or red fur. A few specimens have been kept in museums for public viewing. These dogs fell out of favour due to their inefficiency and propensity to attack and kill animals. It is also believed that despite their domestication, they may have acted aggressively toward people. They were portrayed as bad guard dogs who were unfaithful to their owner. However, some sources claim that they were good otter hunters and that their fur was used as a source of warmth by humans. So they weren't all terrible. Number 7. Hare Indian Dog. Another unusual extinct dog is the Hare Indian Dog, which could have been a domesticated dog or a mix between a dog and a coyote. The Hare Indians, also known as the Satu, were a North American Indian tribe from Canada. This dog was a short-haired, long-haired breed with a long, pointed muzzle that was primarily used as a coursing dog. They were characterized as playful, but they also disliked restraint and had a howl like a wolf. Unfortunately for the Hare Indian dog, it fell out of favor when hunting skills improved and the gun was invented. It is thought that part of its genetics survived because it was frequently bred with other local domesticated dogs, such as the Canadian Eskimo dog, during its lifespan. Number 6. Celtic Hound. The Celtic Hounds are the legendary dogs that every Irish child has grown up hearing about. These dogs were most likely relatives of the present Irish Wolfhound and Scottish Deerhound, among other breeds, and shared a similar physical appearance, tall and with a rough, wiry coat. In addition to stories of these canines being passed down from generation to generation, they were carved into jewellery and featured in several 17th century paintings. The story of Cuchulainn, a vicious Celtic hound belonging to a blacksmith named Colin, who once attempted to attack the Irish mythological hero Setanta, is among one of the most famous stories about this dog. Setanta used his hurley, similar to a hockey stick, to launch a traditional ball at the dog, killing it instantly. As a young man, Setanta went on to defend Ulster alone, which is one of Ireland's 4 regions. When they weren't being put into folklore, the Celtic hounds were used to hunt animals like rabbits and deers and fight heroically with their masters in war. Number 5. Doggo Cubano. The Doggo Cubano, also known as the Cuban Mastiff, was a massive and sturdy Molosser-type dog that was used not only to compete in dogfighting, but also to track down and capture any runaway slaves. In addition, they would serve as faithful property guardians, bravely repelling any intruder. With a shorter muzzle and small, pendulous ears, this dog is supposed to have resembled a mix between a bulldog and an English mastiff. Their fur was a dark rust hue, and they wore a black facial mask most of the time. Their disappearance generally corresponds with the end of slavery, and it is possible that these dogs were no longer needed at this time, with related breeds such as the Dogo Argentino being favoured in the competitive realm of canine fighting. If you love dogs like we do and want to see more videos about all the amazing dogs in the world, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified about all our future videos. Number 4. Argentine Polar Dog. The Argentine Polar Dog has a peculiar and unusual history. This breed did not evolve naturally, rather it was manufactured by the Argentine army to aid them while stationed in Antarctica. These huge, hairy canines were mostly utilised as sled dogs, pulling loads through the ice and snow. The Argentinians demanded a breed that is low maintenance and easy to train, in addition to being healthy and fit. This breed was developed by crossing the Manchurian Spitz, Alaskan Malamute, Greenland Dog and Siberian Husky. These dogs were well suited for the frigid circumstances, with 3 layers of fur and a thick layer of fatty tissue to keep them warm. Despite exceeding 60 kilograms in weight, larger males were quick on their feet and could travel considerable distances across snow and ice in a short length of time. Unfortunately, all Argentine polar dogs were ordered to be removed from Antarctica in 1964, since they were not considered native creatures. This restriction was issued due to concerns that they would spread diseases to local wildlife, such as the distemper virus and parasite infections to seals. When they were transported to Argentina, most of the dogs died of infections against which they had no immunity. And because no collaborated breeding program was created, they became extinct. Number 3. Bullenbeißer. The Bullenbeißer, also known as the Bärenbeißer, is the ancestor of the boxer, thanks to deliberate efforts to breed it with the Old English Bulldog in the late 19th century. The Bullenbeißer died as a result of the success of this mating, as the boxer immediately became the favourite of the two. The Bullenbeißer, a fierce-looking dog with a muscular and athletic build, was once utilised in both bull baiting and boar hunting. Bullenbeißer literally translates from German to English as bullbiter. Most people believe it came from mastiff-type dogs that were bred to be smaller and more agile. In addition to their sporting responsibilities, Germans admired them for their abilities to protect property and people. This breed existed in numerous places around Europe, with sizes ranging from 15 to 29 inches tall. Number 2. Braque du Puy. A braque is a French-pointing dog, and there are numerous variations that exist today. The Braque du Puy was not among the fortunate, and the last recorded adult died in the 1970s. This was undoubtedly one of the breeds that suffered as a result of the world wars, with breed numbers plummeting dramatically in both the 1920s and 1940s. While records are scarce, most agree that the Braque du Puy was the product of a mix between the Braque Français and a sighthound. The Braque du Puy was primarily a hunting dog, seeking for tiny prey such as birds and then freezing and pointing, so the hunters knew where to go. These dogs, like the other Braque breeds, were graceful, with long, slim limbs, narrow drooping ears and a delicate tail. They would have weighed little more than 60 pounds. Number 1. Kuri. The Kuri, like the Hawaiian Poi dog, is an ancient Polynesian breed. The dogs are considered to have been brought to New Zealand by the Maori people who immigrated from Polynesia, but they became extinct not long after European occupation in the 19th century. These canines would have played a vital role in the indigenous people's lives, providing them with both food and fur. They almost certainly went hunting as well. According to a preserved carcass on display at New Zealand's National Museum, the breed was small, with skinny legs, prick ears that flopped forward, and a snout-like nose. Scientists are perplexed as to why this dog went extinct in the absence of severe illness outbreaks. They believe they went extinct as a result of excessive inbreeding with imported European canines, but this one remains a mystery. A variety of unique canine breeds have become extinct over time, just as certain species of other animals have. Many of these dog breeds have left long legacies, with some of today's most popular and successful dogs descended from them. Others have faded into oblivion, leaving no sign of their existence. Needless to say, we would definitely miss all of these amazing dogs. Know any other extinct dog breeds that we missed on our list? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.